Good morning, everyone. It's Cassie. I hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome back to Frostpunk 2. We're still muddling through, trying to salvage the remains of our game since we died, we were exiled twice in Chapter 3. So we've picked up kind of as far back as we could go, which was somewhere near the middle of Chapter 1. We've made it into Chapter 2, and now we are just trying to get by. We are in the middle of researching the surplus injectors that we need here. When we have finished them, we will activate them and supply enough oil to reach heat surplus. Oh, interesting. We also have been exploring, and we found a good supply of food for the old dreadnought, a good supply of materials for the old dreadnought. Over here we have coal, and I don't believe that we are yet refining coal into oil, but I think we're working on it. We have food, we have population we can bring in, and coal again. And we only have 5 Frostlands teams, and I don't know what's going on with the other 20 of them. I suppose we will see. Ah, they're just staffing these. Okay, good to know. How are we doing at the old dreadnought? We were in pretty good shape last I noticed. Squalor's a little bit high, it looks like. But they are doing well on food. They've got a bit of a surplus going on food. Materials in a bad way. Not V. B. And we can put down another prefab district once we have enough workforce, I'm guessing. Yep. They have enough housing. And things generally look pretty good here. +5 on oil. And how are we doing in New London? Marybelle 55, laundress, eavesdropping through a door. They don't invite me anymore. Every other Sunday we used to meet up, the 4 of us. Crumpets, berry wine, and gossip. Perfect afternoon. Sounds like it to me too. Now they won't even talk to me. I don't drink, but you know what I'm saying. I spew poison out of my mouth, spouted Lizzie. That's what the steward said. I can hear them coming up the stairs again without me. Condemned faith keepers are shunned by other residents of the city. Yeah, I had to condemn them to make the evolvers happy, and I wish I hadn't. I immediately turned right around and promoted them, and then everybody got mad at me for waffling, and that, I get it, perfectly acceptable. But I am sorry to the lady who is now an outcast. People person, have maximum trust. Oh, that's much better than where we were before. We have researched the surplus injectors. Do I need to build them now? Yes. I can't. I need heat stamps and cores. Ah, right, cores. Okay. So I do need Frostlands teams, and I need them kind of with a quickness. Have I built all of the extraction or the logistics districts? No, there's one up here. I have to frostbreak to it. I have too many squares. There we go. Adding this will give me more Frostland teams, and then with the Frostland teams I can send out more expeditions. I do need cores. I need them badly.
An automaton
and quickly.
has broken down and is blocking traffic. Technicians are on their way.
My question is, what does melting deep deposits do? That's research, not a building. Aha, coal liquefactors. This is what I need. Facility using accelerated decomposition processes to synthesize oil from a mix of coal and organic waste materials. They've added the... Has this game been updated since we played last week? This interface is different. Or using very high pressure to dissolve coal into synthetic oil, releasing solvents into the air as a byproduct. Plus squalor or plus disease. Upkeep 60, upkeep 100, 300 workforce, 400 workforce. $22 weeks, same, okay. Okay, once we get the melting deep deposits in, then I think we have to put in drills. And once we get those done, then I can bring in more of that coal and we can refine it into oil and hopefully have more heat. And maybe that's where I biffed it last time. I also need more housing here. They are desperate for housing. But the plan is to make sure that I keep the trust high, because trust is why I was exiled in Chapter 3. It was absolutely in the gutter. It was bad, bad, bad. Okay, they have plenty of oil right now. Their coal stockpile is full, so once we get the liquefactors done, in theory, that'll be so helpful. Are we done with frost breaking? Yes, we are. Can I build that district now that I've spent all my... Did I frost break to the wrong thing? What a silly. I also need to figure out what to do about crime. Guard enforcers. The steward may deploy squads of well-trained, well-equipped guards to put down disruptions and otherwise keep the peace. Unlocks the Quell the Protest district ability, which ends protests using guard squads. Also unlocks Mobilize Watchtower Squads district ability, which orders watchtowers to field specialized guards instead of fighting petty crime. Should I have watchtowers? Is that something I need to have researched? Can I look around in here? Yes. That's good. Famine prevention, work compensation, housing block, maintenance duty. Crime is over here. Yes, I do need to research watchtowers. Patrol watchtowers or regular watchtowers? And they don't seem to really butt heads about these. I'll go with this one, since there's no heat requirement here. And like I said, it doesn't seem like the other factions push back on this at all. Normally these two side with each other, and then these two side with each other against the other two. This seems like a pretty good deal, though. Abe Chambers, 90, former shipwright, longing to join his wife in the beyond. Oh, so sad. 90 years old. 90 summers. Well, winters, more like. I've had a good life, I guess. Well, I've had a life anyway. Not everyone Queeneth, in the old Queeneth crew can say the same. I still don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. I've always thought I'd be sharing my Liddy's grave, but now Pete's pressuring me to donate my body to the city. Apparently them doctors are using dead folks' skin to fix up frostbite or something. Can't they leave me alone? Haven't I been through enough? The lack of law regulating funerals is causing tension to rise through the city. There's no law that says do what you want. Like, it's donate your parts or be buried. There's no middle ground. We get harvesting funerals or we get ceremonial funerals. And people are more for ceremonial funerals, but I'm going to see if I can hold off on this. Did the game say tension was rising? I don't like that so much, but you know, what can I do about it? Materials look good. Food looks good. Oh, stockpiles are full. Can I put down another food hub? Yes, but it costs a lot of heat stamps. More heat stamps than I want to give away right now. Why is this red? I don't get to know. Oh, I still have to construct the surplus injectors. Oops. Oh man, okay. Cores.
Consultation
cool.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. by the generator.
Stop pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay, I can't build another housing district yet, and that's okay. We can wait. Not long. Let's see how they're doing over in the old dreadnought. Seems fine. They need materials pretty badly. Housing's good though. Heat is in surplus. Oil is in surplus. I just gained my Frostlands team, so let's take a look at what we can do with them. We need cores, and I can apparently find cores in the Highlands. So I'll get that going. I probably can transfer some materials from New London. Am I all ready? A little bit. That's the wrong one. There we go, that looks pretty good. All my Frostland teams are busy, but my guard teams are not. A rowdy funeral. Steward, there was a shameful display during a wake yesterday. Some of the deceased family wanted a traditional burial, but others complained about the wasteful antics and said the body should be donated to further the city's health care. This could have saved people's lives was answered with, "I won't risk my father's soul," and as people got more heated, they eventually came to blows. In the aftermath of the fight, the body disappeared, and each side suspects the other of foul play. Sadly, this is not an isolated incident. Maybe we need common rules to get everyone on the same page. The persistent lack of law regulating funerals is causing tension to rise even further. Commit to resolving the issue. We need to reach a citywide consensus. You'll have 30 weeks to pass either harvesting or ceremonial funerals or dismiss the problem. We have more pressing matters. We can pass a law at a later time. Relations slightly worsen with all communities. Okay. The Evolvers like harvesting funerals, and the Faithkeepers like ceremonial funerals. That's not surprising. Like I said, most people are for, or more people are for, ceremonial. So I'll go with that. I feel like I need to negotiate. With just the Frostlanders. What do they want? Use a community action on Faithkeepers Condemn. I don't want to do that. Research Moss Filtration Tower or Hydraulic Pump Jack. Can I go back? What do the New Londoners want? Demand funds on the Evolvers. Have guards force them to pay large emergency contribution. 89. Heatstamps trust falls marginally. Relations greatly worsen with Evolvers and requires 7 guard squads. Or build ventilation towers. Or just research ventilation towers. I can do that. Theoretically. Okay, cool.
The votes are in. The measure passes.
Sorry, little coffee break. Okay, so I have
a new law is in effect.
39 weeks to research ventilation towers. It'll take 6 weeks to finish researching the coal liquefactors. So I've got time. But I'm trying not to make too many promises. That's how I got myself in such a bind before. I have some districts that are wearing down and they're going to cost a lot of prefabs to fix. Where is my prefab income? I can take this down. I'm not going to take too many things down. Like, if I'm going to leave the coal deposits up because I think that once I have finished researching the liquefactors, I can put them in to the empty coal mines. We'll see. Oh, but we should have enough heat stamps and prefabs now to build the surplus injectors. No? One more core. Doggone it, that's right.
Please be aware, funeral processions always have the right of way.
That's true in where I live as well. And boy, can that hold stuff up. I come from a really small town. Mostly 2-lane roads, mostly back paths, and if you got caught behind a funeral procession, you were going to be late to work. You could leave a half hour early for work, and if you got caught behind a funeral procession, you'd still be late. Assigned research increases relations. Nice. Okay, so now I need to research ventilation towers, and I want to get on that immediately. Filtration. Is ventilation in here? Moss filtration, ventilation. Yes. 13 weeks. We can do this. Trust will stay high. I feel good about it. Can we build deep melting drills now? Pressurized coal liquefactors. Yes. Requires 40 materials. Can't be built in this type of district. Where can I build these? Oh, I need to build an industrial district, I think.
Steward.
Faithkeepers' rallies expand. Steward, empowered by your support, the Faithkeepers have extended their activities to a new district. Their members can be seen on every corner, and now they hold periodic rallies near this district's main hub as well. They ask again what they should focus on next to keep supporting the city. What should we say? More heat stamps. Okay. Wait, do I already have industrial districts? These are extraction districts, so I don't know why that said near industrial district. I've got to do some frost breaking. Then I will slide an industrial district right up in there.
Steward.
Unwanted destiny, family apprenticeship. Steward, a father has come to our offices with his son. They both ask you to hear them out. This boy is not cut out for a blacksmith, said the father. His knack is for words, poetry. I can bend steel, but he can stir souls. Please let him be apprenticed under someone who can teach him to use his talents. Their plea echoes the sentiment of some that family apprenticeship limits the prospects of children born into an arduous career path. What should we do? Make the law more flexible or stay firm? Children who find a willing mentor shouldn't be forced to be apprenticed with their family. Family apprenticeship is less effective. Relations improve with evolvers, or stay firm. Family is the best way to persevere and pass on the skills we need. Relations improve with faithkeepers. I'm going to make the law more flexible. And in fact, if I can make the ceremonial funerals law more flexible too, people should have the right to choose. Then I will do that. Okay, so we're going to frost break out. We'll add an industrial district. We'll see about adding whatever the thing is, the liquefactor. Once this is done, we'll go hunting for cores. How much time do we have to defeat the frost? I don't get to know. Because it only, see that, 28 weeks? 28 weeks, and that's because this up here is actually for this down here. I wish they'd fix that. Faithkeepers' fervor weakens. Steward, you have kept Faithkeepers on good terms for a long time. As your relations flourish, their leaders have gone out of their way to appease some agitated members of their faction. We wish to keep the current state of our city, said one of them. We do not need instigators among our ranks. Faithkeepers' fervor decreases. I see. That's cool. The Evolvers still have some fervor, but it's good to see that things are calming down. Oh, did we research or pass laws for guard towers? Is that a thing we did? Yes, it is. Okay. Can I build guard towers? No? Did we not do that? Okay, Huh. Feeling crazy.
Help us keep you warm. Report all leaks and damages to the nearest maintenance office.
Cool. Once we get that in, I'll see about putting in some liquefactors. In theory, I should be able to do that. I'm kind of just making that up as I go, though. I could be totally wrong. Food's fine. Materials are fine here. Oh, let's see how they're doing at the old Dreadnought now that we're moving some materials over. That looks much better. We need to get goods going. But, oh, 217 injured during exploration. Yikes. Oh, but the thing is done. It's done. We have Schismatic Temple. Inside this abandoned temple, our scouts found a circle of frozen naked bodies lying under a strange idol made of ice. Lying around a strange idol made of ice. Nearby sat a pile of Faithkeeper robes. The temple has fallen into disrepair. We could salvage it for prefabs, but the Faithkeepers would prefer that we destroy all evidence of this place. Salvage, people will learn where these prefabs come from, but they're too valuable to waste. As 300 prefabs, 5 Frostland teams, relations slightly worsen with Faithkeepers. What temple will erase all evidence of this place? Come back later is what I will do. Wise Women Camp. Our scouts have met the wise women for which these hills are famed. Some are, in fact, New Londoners who left during the captain's first days. They would be pleased to return to New London now that we have a council, and they say they can bring some cores with them. However, some of the captain's most loyal followers consider these women traitors and think they should remain exiled. Take the wise women in is 3 cores, 557 population, and relations slightly worsen with fake keepers. Come back later. Are there cores over here? No. Maybe. Built hastily during the 1901 plague, these buildings, the abandoned lazarette, were used to quarantine infected New Londoners. They now lie silent and forgotten, scores of wooden crosses, a grim reminder of what transpired. Should we decide to disturb the dead, dismantling this place could yield some raw materials. Prefabs. Tension is slightly increased. Okay, we're going to take in the wise women and gain some cores, and relations are going to be a little bit worse with the faith keepers, the froth keepers, but that's going to have to be fine. We can fix it. They trust us implicitly. We are revered. Okay, let's see if we can get... Oh, we can get our surplus injector going now. Can we also get... liquefactor? Yep. Cool. New Londoners' demands met. The New Londoners are delighted you kept to your word. They now look upon your rule more positively and consider you a leader with integrity. Relations with New Londoners improve, trust rises. Awesome. So we'll get a coal liquefactor going. We will turn on the surplus injector. Once it's finished, it's not done. I'm jumping the gun. Deteriorating infrastructure. Problems in the city. Steward, the endless cold and accumulating ice take a heavy toll on our districts. Steel grows brittle and cracks, wood deforms and splits, winds batter our city. We need a steady supply of materials to maintain our infrastructure. Steep them in squalor long enough, and our districts will deteriorate at a moment's notice, as one did just now. High squalor will continue to deteriorate our districts until it's brought down. Oh. I can fix some of these. Can't fix some of these? Where's my repair button? Interesting. Where's my repair button on these other districts? Do we want this to make prefabs, or do we want it to make goods? I think for now prefabs, and then if I can put in a second one, I'll have it also make goods. And this one is taking in materials and putting out oil. Thank goodness for that. Taking in materials? Yes. Huh. I know this needs repairs, but how do I repair things if I don't have a repair button? I have to activate the surplus injectors. Can I do that now? Allows the generator to burn all excess fuel to increase the output of all districts up to 15%. The bigger the surplus, the bigger the output increase.
Brace yourself.
Did we just jump right to whiteout?
Is coming.
We did. Okay. An old enemy, incoming whiteout. Steward, it was only a matter of time. We had an unusually long streak of mild weather, but now meteorologists are clear. There's a familiar drop in air pressure at higher altitudes. A whiteout is coming. The wind will cause extreme cold and the clouds will blot out the sun, impacting our food production. Without shelter, ample fuel, and a stockpile of food, our people will be at mortal risk. We have to prepare. Heat demand will greatly increase during the whiteout. Food production will be significantly lowered.
Weather warning. Whiteout signs detected. Start preparations without delay.
Okay. So I kind of also want to check in on... Can I grow this district a little bit? Yes. And if I grow that, I'm wondering if I can put in a second liquefactor. Heat surplus. This is a good thing. Housing I need badly. And I can't build. What am I missing? Prefabs. We're almost out of food at this one. That's okay. We have coal up here. We have materials, or prefabs, sorry, down here. Materials coming in from over here, more coal. Food coming in from over here, but this is going to start getting low in a second. And coal up here. Rallying Faithkeepers propose ideas. Steward, during their rallies, the Faithkeepers were inspired to research new policies on their own accord. Their most recent research was regarding parenthood. They presented the result of their private study, Dedicated Motherhood to the City. We've done the work. All the Steward has to do is put it to a vote. They call on you to pledge your support for their law. New law unlocked Dedicated Motherhood. Pledge to pass Dedicated Motherhood. We will pass this law as soon as possible. You'll have 35 weeks. Relations improve with the Faithkeepers, or disregard the study. We can act on these ideas later if necessary. There's no consequence to that, it seems like, so I'm going to just put it off. The Faithkeepers are not super unhappy with us, so I think that's going to be fine. Still doing pretty well at the old dreadnought. They have a surplus of everything except goods. Goods are just, in general, tough. But now I've got my industrial district going. And once I have enough prefabs stocked up, I can switch to goods. Can I build a second liquefactor? I sure can. That's exciting.
The temperatures will soon plummet. Beware.
I'll beware. I can see the whiteout just barely at the end of the map, or at the very end, the end of the calendar, so I've got that to worry about. I need to get more housing in here. Wow. Crime is notable, but stable tensions are minor? We're coming into this in much better shape than we did last time. Granted, we made it through the whiteout, and it was well after the whiteout that we ran into trouble. Blessed with oil. Rising fervor. Steward, some of the Faithkeepers have begun using oil for their ceremonies, convinced that this divine gift will get us through the incoming whiteout unscathed. The devoted receive a black smudge on their forehead, a sign of their righteousness, their righteous commitment to defeating the frost. Several made a pilgrimage to the old dreadnought to bless themselves with oil from the source. Their devotion to facing the frost is clear. Relations with the Faithkeepers improved after we pledged to defeat the frost. Faithkeepers' fervor is increased, but in the other direction. Like, fervor is fervor, it doesn't matter, but like it seems like they can gain further fervor if they like you too much, or if they don't like you enough. How do we calm that down? And how do I repair these districts? Pretty. Look at them down there just milling about. Okay, I don't think we're going to get to the whiteout today. But we're in much better shape now than we were before.
Please do not throw rubbish in the ventilation towers.
I really need to be making more prefabs than I am.
Clean air.
A beacon of hope. Incoming whiteout. Steward, our guards have encountered a group of frozen, terrified outsiders at the edge of the city. They speak of stories spreading among the destitute groups scraping by in the frozen wastes, that our improved generator can ensure safety for all, that here people can have a future. It seems New London has become a beacon of hope in the face of the incoming whiteout. There will be more people coming. Population growth increases. Laws regulating outsiders' influx unlocked. Population growth is extremely increased. Well, that's bad, because I can't even stay on top of housing now. Okay, it seems like I just didn't have enough prefabs to have the button. I believe there are a couple of districts I could take down to gain some prefabs. I don't want to do a whole lot of that. Oof. Oh no! Is there some kind of research I can do for housing? Housing block. Subsidized residential tower providing functional shelter with basic amenities to workers and their families supported by the city. Negative is 1 base heat stamp 1 per week, minus 20 heat demand. Or housing block, residential tower designed to provide shelter to a large number of citizens in a limited amount of space. What's a large number of citizens? Oh, 10 or 25 in the dense housing block. Does anyone else subsidized dense housing block or housing block? It seems like dense is the way to go. Actually, let's go subsidized. I should be doing something with my Frostland teams. Are there any other prefabs on this map? No, coal, 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 mostly. Population, which I don't want to do right now. These prefabs, which worsen my relations with the Faith Keepers. Or these prefabs, which increase tension. Tension's fine right now, so I'll go with it. Our oil stockpile is not really holding up, so I want to bring in more oil from somewhere. I might just have to bring in more coal for the liquefactors, since that's ticking down too now. Let's get these districts repaired. Yes, okay, I just didn't have enough prefabs for the repair button. Got it. Because I could turn this back on now that we have a way to turn oil to, or coal to oil. How's oil doing at the old dreadnought? Do we need to build them a hub? No. Crime is high again. What happened to those patrols? What happened to those patrols? Black baptism, rising fervor. Steward, the Faith Keepers organized a mass baptism in the central district. Through oil we will be reborn. Through oil we will vanquish the frost and subdue the earth. Go forth and spread the word through the city is the sermon they repeat over and over again. While the Faith Keepers insist that it was an innocent religious ceremony, the evolvers are strongly condemning this show of force. They urged us to forbid further public baptisms. What should we do? Let the baptisms proceed? The faith can help us unite the city and create a warm paradise. Hold evening prayers. Community action will be upgraded to organize baptisms or prohibit public baptisms. The Faith Keepers ought to worship more discreetly as not to sow division. Faith Keepers' fervor is increased. Okay. Whatever. If people want to be religious, they can be religious. I hope they have plenty of dawn on hand because they're going to be oily. Can I put in more housing now? Helps to press the right button. Oh, are we through? We're not quite through subsidized housing blocks. I want to put in one more housing district. And then I'll want to stuff the housing districts full of... Oops. I didn't click. I clicked the wrong thing, I guess. I don't recall doing that. But the game says I did, so I must have. Each housing district is only allowing me 20 more, is only giving 20 more population homes. So like this will be 43 instead of 63, but you know, that's still 43. And there's the whiteout all the way over there. Oh, I was just noticing the time. I think it is here that we'll end for the day. Next time we meet for this game, we'll probably have the whiteout. We definitely need to get more housing going. We'll have subsidized housing researched by then, and we can put in some housing blocks, hopefully reduce the amount of... Actually, I might wait that out. Yeah, I'll wait that out. Heat looks great. Coal, we're still in surplus on coal. It's ticking up again. Oil we're breaking even on. Okay, subsidized housing adds 20 shelter, and I can put them into the already existing districts. It doesn't seem like I have any residential... Well, there's one. Okay. Oh, we also have a ventilation tower here. Okay. Decreasing my squalor. So we'll be down to 23, and if I can fit another housing block into here, I can't... Do I have to expand these for that to work? Do I have to do some frost breaking to expand these? No, why can't I put... Oh, I see why. Faithkeeper's Rally expand to high-rise housing district. Cool. What do we want for them to do now? More workforce, contribute heat stamps, organize baptisms, trust rises, relations improve with the Faithkeepers, or say nothing? Wow, that was a big boost to trust. Our trust has dropped significantly because I don't know where to find my...
Sinners.
Guard towers.
Reborn in oil.
Rex Dale, 45, entrepreneur, returning from the city approach trail. A profitable day. The first couple were all rags and bones, useless, but then there was this woman with real ruby earrings. Ought to cover the arrival fee, I said. The wife will love those. Next was a bunch of strong fellas. I sent 'em straight to Elaine's place. She'll wring 'em dry before I get home. Lately there's been less of 'em, maybe word's getting around. Gotta take advantage while it lasts. The lack of law regulating outsiders is decreasing population growth. I mean, that's fine. But normally those are important of things to come. So if I set a population growth law now, enforce no common rules, accept all outsiders is supported by the Faithkeepers, admit no outsiders is not supported by anyone, and people are largely hesitant about it. No one's against it though. Allow productive outsiders. We will only let in outsiders who will contribute to the city's economy and turn away the unproductive. Yikes. Supported by the Evolvers. Percentage of active workers will slightly increase over time. Population growth is marginally increased. Heat stamps income per capita is marginally increased. People are largely for accept all, but I think that's gonna like hurt in the long run, right? How's that going to affect trust? I'm just going to go for it without negotiating at all. Okay, it passed.
The proposed law has been approved.
I see. Okay, so we need 23 houses. We have, okay, we need 18 houses. It seems like maybe I can't put in
People of the city, your council has
subsidized house. I can put one here. That's good. That should bring me back to the positive. And here's where we're going to end it for the day. In the next game, I think we will get to the whiteout. I kind of already ran down the things that we still need to do. Now that we are situated on housing, that shouldn't be a problem, but we need to make sure that we have enough oil, that we have enough heat, that we have enough food. We're doing great on heat right now, so I feel really good about that. But there's still plenty to do, and we also need to work on goods. If they had more goods, they'd be so much happier. I need to figure out what happened with the patrol towers that I know for sure that we researched. Did we not research that? No, we didn't. Okay, I'll get that going. Decreases crime but causes tension to rise. All of them do that. Okay. Right, we were going to go with patrol watchtowers because plus 16 guard squads, decrease to crime, no negative effects, where all the rest of them have like a heat requirement. Cool, now we're in the positive on housing. Looking better. I trust we need to figure out, and we will, the Evolvers will be pleased with the research that we are doing right now. The Frostlanders are skeptical, the Evolvers are hostile, and that seems to be a big source of our distrust. But overall, it's still looking good. I'm hopeful for, you know, whatever's next. Let me read this. No, actually, let me end. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will talk to you very soon.